Hey there, creative friends. Thank you very much for coming over to watch this tutorial. So today we're going to be working on this video. Hi there folks, coming to you from the World Wide West. Now I hear there's amazing opportunity here in this new digital economy. And we're moving up north to a little place called the Six Figure Mentors. And I've been hearing there's gold in the hills over there. So come on over and check it out. So what I really wanted to do with this video was to have the idea that DMC was going through the Wild West and on his way to this town, and he pulls out his telephone on the way and just gives us a small 15-second video on Instagram. So that was my idea. So it's a really short video, but really nice to work on because it has all these different components. So I really thought this would be a good example of like the unconscious signals that you're sending. People are always used to video being like really bumpy and taken from their phones, so I thought I'd recreate that. And in this video it's really nice because I've used all kinds of technical stuff underneath the hood that is like not that obvious. So let's dive onto the editor. Okay guys, so here we are now in the video editor, and I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, and we will also be using another program from Adobe, After Effects. Now all this software comes together in one package. It's the Creative Cloud. And I have a subscription of that, and it's really fun because all this software actually interacts. So if I have to edit a frame or a picture, I go to Photoshop. If we have some very specific effects like now, I go to After Effects, and then all this stuff works really well back and forth, but we're going to check that out. Now, very important thing is like not to get overwhelmed, because you can really get overwhelmed by all the specific effects or the parameters. What I actually like to do when editing is just like see it as a playground, see it as an arts and crafts lesson. So you have all this stuff, you have all these tools, you have sellotape, you have pencils, and you have a piece of paper, and you know, you can create something. And if you look at it in that way, you can just see it as a tool, and it can really help get that overwhelm away. So just focus on what you want to create. Focus on the idea that you have, and then somehow you can just find a way to create that. So this is where my idea actually started. I was looking on the internet and I found this clip. This is just some stock footage of cowboys traveling through the World Wide West, and I thought, wouldn't it be great if I could put DMC in that picture and have him be part of that scene. So the next step was to create a video of DMC in front of the green screen, him holding up his phone in his hand. So I created this with lots of motion. Now I hear there's amazing opportunity here in this new digital economy. So there's lots of shaking, and it's really realistic. So let's just lift the DMC up and put the background underneath. There we go. And now let's take this Ultra Key effect and drag that onto DMC's clip, and then turn on that effect and first select the green. There we go. Okay. So now if I play the clip. West, now I hear there's amazing opportunity here in this new digital economy. So as you can see, there's something really strange about this shot, because DMC is like moving all the time, but the background's really stable. So we have to find a way to let that background move together with DMC. And for that we're going to go into Adobe After Effects. Now for that we go to the clip that we want to edit and right click and then replace with After Effects composition. Let's just give that a name. So now we have exactly the same clip we were working on, but now it's inside Adobe After Effects. So I went over to the internet and found a tutorial, an After Effects tutorial on tracking, and I'm going to be sharing those exact same steps. So step one is that we're going to import that movie, the background movie. And we're going to place that movie in a track. So the next step is we're going to select the DMC clip and open the tracker. Then click on Track Motion. So then we get this tiny little box here, and we're going to click on that and drag that to a certain point that is going to be like a constant point. Let's take the eye. So that's going to be our tracking point. So let's click on the play button here. So as you can see, After Effects is analyzing the shot and tracking the eyeball. So as you can see, After Effects has actually followed that point and registered the position. So the next step is that we have to edit a target. So we have all this information and we have to send that to a certain target. We're going to place that background movie here inside that target. So we're going to Layer and we're going to create a null object. Then we click on Edit Target and then we select that null object. Next we're going to click on Apply. So this is asking us what we want to follow. We can choose between the X and the Y, or only the X or only the Y, but we want to follow both directions. So X and Y. Okay? So the last thing we've got to do with the tracking is actually to link this movie, the background movie, link that to that null object. So we click on this and we click and drag and link that in this way. So the next thing we're going to do is take away the green. We select the Effects, key, color key, and throw that onto the DMC clip. Select the color again and take away all the green. So as you can see, the background is moving really nicely. So what actually happened was we took the information of that position of that, threw that into a null object, and then threw the movie clip of the background into that null object. So it's following that. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is to turn DMC black and white. So there it is, black and white. Let's throw that onto the DMC clip. There we go. That really looks nice. Okay, so all we have to do now is just save this. Save. And then go back to Premiere. So this is really cool. So as you can see, the changes that I made in After Effects have actually come through into Adobe Premiere Pro. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope it inspired you. So I want to leave you with a mindset thing. I decided some time ago that I wanted to be a creator. So I had this old idea that I first needed to learn all this software and learn everything about it before I could start creating. And then I really discovered that I should start creating straight away, because software and the tools that you're going to use are going to constantly be changing, and this can be really frustrating. So if you adapt the mindset of being the creator and finding whatever tools you need to create what you want, that'll really take away a lot of frustration. So my tip for today is focus on your creation and find the different tools you need to create that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.